Today on the channel, we got a triple threat of first-timers in the WWE line with WWE Main Event 160, Kehlani Jordan, 164, Nile, and 164, Ricky Saints.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Main Event unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got a little bit of first-timers in the line with Kehlani Jordan, Nile, and Ricky Saints. But for all your WWE Main Event needs, make sure you're up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. Got to get a deal out there, and man, it's tough to get a deal on these female Main Event figures, as we've seen Ringside has them jacked up pretty darn high. But it is supply and demand, and apparently they're not getting as many of these, and they're basically non-existent at the store level. And it sucks for people like me that I don't have to have this, but I like to have the first-timers in the line. I enjoy a female figure. I love a good female, Todd McFarlane. You know me, just always out on the prowl. But I'm always wanting to get these figures, and it's getting tougher and tougher. And if you don't pre-order from Ringside, basically within the hour they drop, they're out of stock. So supply and demand, Mattel's got to work on that. Hopefully that is being fixed for the future. They don't need to go crazy with the females, but they definitely need to up the ante just a little bit here. Currently, I'm on the hunt for that new Trish Stratus one. Hopefully I come across that one in the future. But one thing is we're going to come across is how we do this review. We're going to do it like all the other ones on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And we're going to start with Series 160, Kehlani Jordan. And Todd, I think you told me nobody does it like Lonnie, I believe is what you said. I believe that's what Todd said. But Kehlani Jordan in a hot blood feud with Lola Vice on NXT right now. And if I'm not mistaken, dates Carmelo Hayes. Yes, of course, Carmelo Hayes, United States champion on SmackDown. Have to imagine after WrestleMania, we'll probably end up seeing her on the main roster. And I would assume, we know what happens when you assume, I would imagine on the SmackDown roster. But I never saw this one in stores, missed the pre-order on Ringside, so I thought I was out of luck. A good friend of the channel, John Thurman, came through, found this out of retail, said, hey, did you say you needed this? And he sent it to me for cost plus shipping. Good brother alert right there. But nobody does it like Lonnie, and have to say, first time in the line, last time in the line, we'll see what happens in the future. But Kehlani looking pretty good, an NXT standout as we know. I think she went to Michigan State, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't that where Magic Johnson went? I think so. Michigan State, rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling. 6 and up on this one, WWE. Cross-sell down below. We unboxed all of these on the channel except for Kehlani, if I'm not mistaken. You got the jibber jabber down low. What's it say about Kehlani? She's got to be a high flyer, and she is. Split-legged moonsault like a young Rob Van Dam is her finisher. See you later, goodbye. Plastic Kehlani prison here, looking pretty good. Bam! See you later, goodbye. And she was a gymnast in a former life. Love those gymnast girls, don't we, Todd? Yes, we do. But we got Kehlani out of the package here. Let's dive into the head sculpt. Good head sculpt here, and I'm really impressed by the hair. You got the strands down in braids in the front, a little bit smoother in the front as well, but then you got the big poof in the back. Looking very, very nice. Great detail on this, and they got that little smirk she likes to give. They're just missing the chalk hands for her. Maybe if they make it elite, they'll make one that are all white, because when she comes to the ring, she always does a chalk thing and does that, like she's getting ready to throw up some serious weight in the gym. But she's always doing that chalk stuff. What, Todd? She's getting ready to get on the balance beam? Yeah, that too. Who knows? But she does have those chalky hands she does as part of her entrance. Always like that. But looking good. It does look like Kehlani Jordan. A good first impression as far as figures go for her. She's got the Raiders color here, the silver and black, looking interesting. Now, I would bet you anything, if there was still chases in these series, this would have been the chase. They would put her a different color. I bet they would have done that. She's got the mystical maniacal hands out of the package, which you don't see a whole lot in these main event style figures, but does look good for her. She does got the forearm guards here, whatever you want to call it. I guess the forearm wrappings. Wrappings, why not? Ripped up body on her. Obviously, she is a gymnast. You got the knee pads down here, the silver color and the white. Same thing down into the boots, looking pretty darn good. But a very good first impression for Kehlani Jordan. I like this figure a lot, but I will say her joints are extremely tight. Can you imagine I break her arm off right here? Man, oh man, there we go. Extremely tight. Might have to heat these up, which seems weird for these child figures here. 6 and up, as we say. But looking good, as they say as well. Nobody does it like Lonnie, and we're seeing that here. Great to have a first-timer in the line, and I don't think it'll be the last time in the line. We'll see what happens at Mattel Revealed here in a couple of weeks and WrestleMania when they announce some new figures coming our way. But there's old Kehlani Jordan from 160, but now we turn over to the 164 portion of the channel here. And you guys know it's a ladies first channel, so we're going through the ladies first. Now we're going over to one Ivy Nile, and I've been very excited for this figure. I think she's a sleeper on the Raw roster currently. I'm ready for her to get back with the Creed boys and see what happens there. Always have liked Ivy Nile back from the NXT days, but looking pretty good. Once again, first time in the line, 6 and up, Ivy Nile. Have to think she's got an elite coming eventually, you would think. 164, once again, on the back, got the cross sell down below. We're unboxing all of 164 between 2 videos, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. Signature move, that dreaded dragon sleeper, like a young Ultimo Dragon. Really, Todd McFarlane, that's what she's like. And she is a powerhouse, which I think is very fitting for her being a powerhouse, of course. See you later, goodbye. Plastic Ivy Nile Prison, looking pretty darn good as well. Bam, see you later, goodbye. Boom. Moving and shaking right here. Now we got Ivy Nile out of the package. Got that good head sculpt for Ivy. She's got a very nice smile. I always see that on TV. Now she's a bad guy. She doesn't smile a whole lot, but she does have a very bright smile. And you got to say something about that. You got to have some goodness in your soul if you got a smile that big, I will say. So she's got a good smile there. Love the hair here. You got the braids going on. Almost looks like devil horns or something here. We got those wild braids looking good. And I love the kind of grayish, whitish color against that blue. Looks really, really nice. 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. Looks like Ivy Nile to me, and she's got a powerhouse body. Obviously, she is a powerhouse. Looks like she could be on the set of American Gladiators. Looks like she's going to take Ice's spot, Todd McFarlane. Everybody loves Ice these days. They're always talking about American Gladiators. It's a nice renaissance, and apparently she's everybody's favorite gladiator. I see it on the news all the time. It's a wild thing, but shout out to Ice over there on the American Gladiator. Keeping Gemini in line, I think is what she's been doing, and Turbo, if I'm not mistaken. But shout out to her. You got to think Ivy Nile. She could be an American Gladiator if that was still a thing. 2 Fists of Fury for Ivy. I like to see that as well. Got the very patriotic top on her, of course. Ready to go. Rocking with Chad Gable once upon a time, as well as the Creed brothers, as we know as well. Looking very good. You got the black and the red, white, and blue down into her trunks. Got a little white band there. You got the white wrist tape with little dashes of color on them as well. Black boots on her. Looking very good, though. I like this Ivy Nile. This is another sleeper one. I hope she does have an elite coming sooner rather than later. Would not be shocked to see her get one. She's been on TV enough, I think, where she does warrant an elite. But her first time in the line figure always be part of 164 right here. And she does fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand. Use code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. There's old Ivy Nile. And now last but certainly least, we got Ricky Saints. Oh my gosh. We got the Saints man here. Of course, NXT standout, former AEW standout, first time in the line. Second time in the line will be a defining moment figure, ringside exclusive. Get your pre-order up right now. But first time in the line right here with old Ricky Saints. We also have a championship showdown around the corner as well for him with Ethan Page, if I'm not mistaken. And that irks me a little bit on NXT. They were just mortal enemies not too long ago, and now they're like friendly on TV every week. It's like, I don't know. It's just strange to me. But cool to get Ricky Starks. We've had Jazz Wares. Now we got WWE main event. On the back, got the same cross sell for 164. Got the jibber jabber. What's it say about Ricky? He's a technician, and his signature move is the Rochambeau. Some things never change. And I always think of like gumbo or something from Rochambeau. It's like some kind of dish you get at some Cajun restaurant. See you later. Goodbye. Plastic prison looking pretty good. And I love Cajun food, but I've never had a seafood boil. I've always dreamed of it. See you later. Whoa, goodbye. I'm off course today. I'm off course. I've always dreamed to get one of these seafood boils. You see it where they dump it all on your table and you got the paper down. It's got like corn and potatoes, shrimp and crawfish and sausage. I want to experience that once in my life. Crab legs, of course. But nobody I know likes that. Like my wife and kids, they're not eating any of that. Maybe they'd pick out the corn or something, maybe in the potatoes. My wife's not eating that seafood. I'm the only one eating seafood around here, Todd. You know what's up with that. I'm a seafood connoisseur. But I would love to have that. And the only person I could think of that would ever entertain that idea would be possibly my dad, but my dad doesn't like going to restaurants, especially with me. You think he wants to be seen with me? Ruins his reputation around town, so he can't be seen with me there. And it's not one of those things you take home. Yes, you could do it at your house, but if you're not an expert, is it worth it? It's a pricey meal. Get out of here. Let's get back to the Rochambeau. Let's get back to Ricky Saints here. And as Judas Priest sang about in the 70s, the Saints are in hell, as we know. Classic Priest song. Looking good, though. I tell you what, this Ricky Starks head looks good. Ricky Starks, that's still hard for me. Ricky Saints, not Starks, but man, that's a good-looking head on him. Even got those ears that kind of stick out a little bit for him. 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. Very stoic face, but man, it looks like Ricky here. No doubt about it. The hair on point as well. Bare top, no shirt, nothing like that. 2 gripping hands, black wrist tape, black elbow pad, ready to rock and roll, strut and stroll. You got Saints on the back, and I'm just putting 2 and 2 together. Isn't he from like Louisiana? Am I dreaming that? Is he Ricky Saints because he's from Louisiana and the New Orleans Saints? Is that what's going on here? Did I just put it all together? Did it just light bulb come on right here? I think that might be the case. RS right there in the middle, RS for Ricky Saints. You got the gold and black attack down on the knee pads. You got the white and black boots on him here. Articulation could be the same for all 3 of these figures here. Arms all the way around. Single jointed elbows, side to side. Hands removable, back forth, side to side. Head back forth, side to side. Waist articulation. Big old Ricky Saints splits if you need it. Leg goes up. Single jointed knee, very tight. You do get the boot cut back and forth, and that's all she wrote as far as articulation goes. Not a bad Ricky Saints, and I always say Mattel putting their business hat on. It's very smart to do a first time in a line main event series figure. People are like, oh, I want that in my collection. I know there's an Elite, but I'll pick this up. And then they get the Elite anyways down the line. It's a proven method from 50 years in the toy industry here. And we see it once again with all 3 of these. They're getting a main event figure before Elites. People diving in, trying to track these Elites or these main events down, even though we know we're probably going to have Elites for all of them. And we know for sure for Ricky here. And Ricky does fit on a ringside collectible stand. So there it is. Ricky, Ivy, and Kelani, a super group if there ever was one here. 3 NXT standouts that one has already moved up to the main roster. Will the other 2 follow suit after WrestleMania? We'll just have to wait and see. But what's your thoughts on this series here? Pick up, pass, long game, no game, not so sure game. Gonna wait for the Elite game. Let me know in the comments down below. You made it this far, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell as we got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you on Patreon, YouTube channel memberships. Your best way to support the channel and all the content it does bring. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and The Kyle Peterson Show, which is also the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, every Tuesday, wherever podcasts are found, with video cast on YouTube. So for Kelani, Ivy, and Ricky, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?